Aloha, ELA 1. Mr. B here. So, in this video, I'm going to review a portion of our third packet for ELA 1, which focuses on writing an effective essay in MLA format. Considering we do not have enough time to finish Life of Pi before the semester's up, I thought it would be beneficial to spend some time taking a deep dive on what an MLA essay looks like and how you can write one yourself. Now, as you can see on the slide, this is information that can be helpful to not only ELA 1 students, but all students of any grade. Because for the remainder of your English careers, you will be writing essays in MLA format. So no matter what grade you're in, you can use this packet to guide you in every future essay you write. Now, in addition to this packet, what I'm providing you with is an MLA essay overview. So essentially, this Word document is a visual representation of how your MLA essay should look and be structured. It outlines every component of a fully typed essay and provides explanations and examples for things like in-text citations, formatting, and the Works Cited page. A fellow teacher, Maria Faustina, shared this gem with me, and I tweaked some things here and there. And this is something that I personally will be using here on out when teaching MLA formatting and how to write an essay. So if you would like me to share this document with you, all you need to do is send me an email and I will reply with a copy of the document for you to keep forever. Now, I realize this packet looks a little long at first glance, but this is actually shorter than the readings you've done for your first two packets. And as you can see, I've divided the essay up into sections. For example here, the first section, part 1, is an overview of the parts of an essay and the parts of the body paragraph. And at the end of the packet, there are 5 questions that are simply testing your reading comprehension and ask you to reiterate key points from this packet. So hopefully this will help you to understand why each of these components are important before asking you to write an essay yourself. So to show you what I mean, we're going to look at question number 5, the last question in your packet, and respond to it together by using our notes. Question number 5 states, why is it important to do more than summarize in your concluding paragraph? And explain. So notice how these are 2 separate questions here. So we're going to break this question up into 2 parts. So let's focus on the first question, part A. Now question number 5 is asking you about the concluding paragraph. So if we look in our packets, we can find this information on page 3, where the blue title of the section is Part 3, Concluding Paragraphs. Now if you read through these notes, you come to a subtitle that says something more. This subsection discusses the importance of not only summarizing in your concluding paragraph, but additionally offering something more or something new. So if you look at the highlighted sentence towards the bottom, we see that offering something more or new in your concluding paragraph makes the last paragraph more interesting and memorable to the reader. And granted, this is something that applies to any form of text or media, right? If you're reading an article or watching a Snap story, and the writer or speaker is just repeating what he or she has already said, you start to lose interest and figure, alright, I think I get it. And that will likely cause you to move on to something else before you even finish that article. So when responding to part A, why is it important to do more than summarize in your concluding paragraph? We can state what we just found. It is important to do more than summarize in your concluding paragraph because offering something more or new in your concluding paragraph makes the last paragraph more interesting and memorable to the reader. And notice how I respond to this question in a complete sentence by restating the question. It is important to do more than summarize in your concluding paragraph because, and your answer. So now let's look at part B, explain. So if we look back at the same section, we can see in the bullet points, the bullet point that's preceding the one we just looked at, it states, if your concluding paragraph only summarizes your essay, then this paragraph would be repetitive and boring to the reader, just like we talked about. However, summarizing is good because it recaps everything you talked about in just a few sentences. Now right there, we understand how summarizing is beneficial, but it can't be the only thing we include. If we want our reader to walk away from this essay and feel like they truly learned something, we need to keep stimulating their minds by posing a final question or a call to action that includes the reader. And examples of this are provided in the packet as well. So for part B, explain, we can say, summarizing in the conclusion is good because it recaps everything you talked about in a few sentences. But if your concluding paragraph only summarizes your essay, then this paragraph would be repetitive and boring to the reader. Okay? So nothing too complicated. I'm not asking you to write an essay of your own right now, so don't panic. But hopefully providing you with an explanatory outline like this will take away most of the anxiety you might feel, and instead give you confidence that you can write an effective essay. And it's really not as difficult as you may think. It's a more time-consuming task, but once you start to recognize these patterns, I promise this process will become easier and quicker for you. Alright, so that is all for this video. Hopefully this helped to explain the purpose of this packet and put you on the right track of completing your packet if you've had any confusion so far. This is not material that I will be testing you on for your take-home final, so don't stress about that. But it's information that you can resort back to anytime you're given the task of writing an essay in the future. So again, if you'd like me to share the MLA essay overview with you, or if you have any questions regarding the rest of your packet, shoot me an email and I'll get back to you. Alright, stay classy.